All right, we're going to go over this Garrard 990B, getting it set up and running. And if any of this stuff comes not in the condition in this video or in the pictures, let me know. I'm going to do my best to package this up really well, so there's no damage. But you know, stuff happens in the post all the time. So we got your dust cover. Here we have the belt, your new stylus, the cartridge, which is already mounted to the sled that slides in right here on the tone arm. This is your manual single play spindle. This is your stacking spindle if you want to stack multiple 12-inch 33 records and listen to them one after the other. This is your platter retaining clip, and this is your counterbalance. All of these will be packaged separately and securely in a little thing of Tupperware, so that way if this heavy little bastard comes off, that way this guy's not like making moves that we don't want it to do during transit and causing all sorts of damage. That happened to me when I bought a different turntable. Your platter is also going to be separately packaged. This thing's got some heft into it, and so we don't really want that. We really don't want that pulling on the turntable and breaking anything. This is your platter mat with the stroboscope ring on the inside, and then your deck with the original base. This screw and this screw, those are called transit screws. Those are going to be fully extended, and what they do is they will lock the deck down to the base and prevent any kind of movement during shipping. So all that said, when you get there, lower the screws. You're going to take your belt, make sure your hands are clean. You don't have like grease or any kind of like lotions on there. You definitely don't want any kind of slick stuff. If you do, rubbing alcohol on the belt and on this rim of the platter. Please ignore the goose and the pink dog toy. Yeah, rubbing alcohol will get that good and taken care of. So this belt goes around that pulley and through that guide. This is going to be easier for you with two hands, so I'm going to pause the video and put this on, and then we'll continue. Okay, so we got the belt around the pulley. It's going through the little guide. I do want to point out that this belt is aftermarket. It's the right size for this table. It is an aftermarket, so it's a little stiffer than the original. So sometimes when you go to turn your table on, it's going to be tight and it's not going to let that wheel move as freely as it needs to. That will dissipate over time, because when I first put this on there, it was like super tight. But like what's supposed to happen, in as we just saw, manual on, start spinning, good. Now what's supposed to happen when you do automatic is when you do start, see, and that's what I'm talking about. Like the motor's going, it's supposed to make contact, but that'll change as this belt gets broken in a little bit better. But yeah, now that you got that on there, you're going to take your clip. If you really get annoyed with that, I can send you a link to where I got this belt. They make one that's just a little bit longer, and really that'd be the only solution for that, because it is this belt. Once it gets broken in, we're not going to have any issues. This pin right here just slides in there. I'm going to pause this right quick. Yeah, so that retaining clip just slides right on in there, and its sole job is just to keep your platter in place. Now with all that stuff in, that's good to go. Platter mat goes on there. Both your manual and your stacking spindle just kind of snap in. And if you want, pulls out. This one goes right in, comes out super easy. We'll go over I'll go over how the automatic stuff works here in a second. So you got that all situated. Next is getting putting the cartridge on and the counterbalance. So I'm again assuming you've not done this on any other kind of turntable. If you have, then it's the same principles as other turntables. You want to get this just slides in, right? And just make sure it's good and firm, so that way the pins are making contact with the pins in the tone arm. If there's not a good contact, then you'll get a hum, and then your counterweight back here, and then like any other turntable, what we're shooting for is parallel. So we're going to adjust this to where we can get it to parallel. Actually, that's pretty close right there. Once you get it parallel, you can adjust this fine tune right here, 0 to the red line, and then this is where you set the tracking force for your tone arm. This specific cartridge, I believe the stylus is 1.5 to 2. I may be 1.5 to 2, so now we've got that zeroed out, we're going to move that over until we get to 2. Now, the thing about I would highly recommend picking up one of these digital scales just to double check the work. And we should be pretty close, if not spot on. Perfect. It's a little over, but like, yep. Definitely recommend one of these, especially if you want to change the cartridge. You can use any 1/2-inch cartridge for this guy. But two things to keep in mind. One, if you replace the cartridge, you'll have to do this process all over again. And then two, the cartridge, this tone arm has an upper limit of only being able to track up to 3 grams of pressure. So like if you were to use a DJ cartridge, like an Ortophon, like those tend to track a little bit heavier. You wouldn't be able to use those quite as well. So that's essentially it as far as setting the tone arm. This is your anti-skate. So if you change this out or you put this guy on, this aftermarket piece, and you notice that even you've got it set up and it's tracking at the right pressure, it's starting to pull towards the second, pull towards the inside. Then you can come here and adjust your bias to match your tracking force. I don't typically use this unless I absolutely have to, but yeah, you want to match this. This side is the elliptical, that side is canonical. For styluses, when you buy them, they tell you explicitly whether they're elliptical or canonical. So you just match to what your tracking pressure is, and that will help pull keep it from pulling to the outside or towards the inside. So yeah. Let me get a record to show you the stacking spot.